guys! Today I'm doing a hopefully fun look for you. Today's Saturday, but I have used this look at work, and it is using quite a few products, but the focal point is the Urban Decay Moondust eyeshadow in the color Solstice. But just a fun blue look. I am saying my goodbyes to summer with the fun colors before we get into those fall colors. So if you want to see how I got this look, just keep watching. Thank you for stopping by. All right, we are going to go ahead and get started with the Kat Von D High Voltage Eye Primer. Prime real quick. What we do now is the look I am going to keep for date night tonight. So I'm trying to do this in a hurry because I have to be out the door in like 45 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and use a transition shade, one of the Boxum colors. It's in the shade Lingerie Lover. It's a kind of a mauve color, and it works well for this particular look. Okay, just blend it in, blend it in. Take a little bit more of that color. Blend that in. Okay, cool. We are all set with that one. Okay, now we're going to move on to the Urban Decay Electric Palette. And we are going to take the shade Gonzo. It has to be one of my favorite shade color or eyeshadow names ever. So let me see. This color right here. So you can use a blending brush. I tend to use an eyeshadow brush for this. I'm actually, I can't find it. So I'm going to use just a regular, this is a Sonia Kashuk eyeshadow brush. Just start grabbing Gonzo. Start with your outer corner. Just pat it on, pat it on, pat it on. Keep going. Keep going. Grab some more. You're going to take it to the inner corner. Just take it in. Just try not to be too messy. You want to leave that middle portion open because that is where we're going to put the Urban Decay Moondust shadow in Solstice, and it's what makes the look so pretty. So I'm going to grab some more, tap it off, and what I'm going to do is that space at the top right there, I'm going to connect the two, the outer and inner blues. I'm going to connect them together. So it's almost like making a C up at the top. It's just almost kind of like putting it in your crease, but not, because you're not taking it up to your crease. But you just want to take it right up to that little edge, blend it out as best you can. We will come back in and finish out those harsh edges. Come back over here. Any spots you see that might be, you know, missing some color, just get that all in there. So that looks pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and take it to the other eye, so I will fast forward for this portion. All right, we've got both eyes done. We've got the middles of both eyes ready. And there shouldn't be a whole lot of space. It's just enough to where it's going to be kind of like your accent color. And so grab a blending brush. I'm going to use just a regular, this is a Hello Kitty blending brush. I got it at Sephora a long time ago on clearance, I think. So just blend that out right into, I mean, you don't want to take it up too high into your crease. Just blend it. Use your crease as the area for the blending. Excuse me. Okay, so next, you're going to use a little bit of glitter glue. I think this is the old Too Faced bottle of glitter glue. They've, I think, redone it since. I've had this for a little while. So just grab the tiniest bit. You don't need much because you're not doing a very large area. I mean, too much just came out, but see, that's not even, it's very, very little. Just pat it right in that little area. take it up into the blue a little because you're going to try and blend it into the blue. So do, you know, put some of that glue on, that glitter glue on that bare area and blend it just a little bit out. Not all the way up to your crease, just into the blue slightly. Now that we've grabbed the glitter glue, put it on our eyes, we're going to go ahead and use Urban Decay Moondust in the color Solstice. I don't know if you're going to be able to kind of see what it looks on camera. Most people know what this looks like. It's one of the Moondust favorites. Grab a smaller shader brush. This is a MAC 239. Wow, I've had it for a long time, so the lettering is almost gone. So grab some of that now that your glitter glue is, you know, before it really sets and hardens. You know, grab quite a bit. Grab what you're comfortable with. If you're not comfortable with a ton, then don't grab a lot. If you want really bam, in your face, you know, focal point, then grab a lot. I like to do a lot, I'm just saying. So grab that, pat it in the middle of your eye, in that bare area, take it up into the blue area. Just take it up. And you're gonna see that once you take it up into the blue, it's a really, really, really pretty shine because it's mixing in with that blue. Already this is a duochrome, and so add that gonzo blue and it makes such a pretty combination. Grab some more, go to the other eye. As everybody always says, you can always add more, you can't really take away. So if you're unsure of whether it's going to be too much for you, start with a little bit and then just keep adding until you've got what you want. So that's the beauty of makeup. Okay, done. So we've added that in. What I'm going to do, I don't usually prime my lower, under my lashes. I don't usually prime that for eyeshadow. And when I do put eyeshadow underneath, I don't have a problem. It usually lasts all day. And so what I like to do a lot of times is grab the shadow that I am using on the top and kind of bring it to the bottom. It kind of, you know, envelops the eye, if you want to call it that. Okay, so just I'm going to grab this is also a Hello Kitty brush. I'm going to be honest with you, I don't think this is a liner brush. I don't know what this is. It's one of those square kind of brushes. Grab just a little bit. Don't grab too much because you don't want it to be like bam, you know. So grab just a little bit and start with your outer corner. Just putting that in. It almost is like liner, but it's not. So I like to take it across the whole lower lash line. And I don't use too much. So there you go. You've done both eyes. Your eyes are pretty much good, with the exception of liner, of course. Can't leave the house with liner. At least I can't. I use the Tarte Tarteist Clay Paint Liner. It's my favorite. I used to use the Benefit. I think it was like it's not their, was it the They're Real? I can't remember. It's the, almost like a gel liner that came in a pen that you clicked up. That used to be my #1. But once I found this, how easy it is to use, how black it stays, I love it. So I squeeze just a little bit up into the little scoopy thingy, I don't know what it's called, up at the top. Once you squeeze it out, it's almost like a little cup. And it makes it easy to grab your liner. So I use a Sigma pencil, small angle brush. It's the E65. It's the one that I have found works best for doing a wing liner. That's what it looks like. It's very, very small, and that's why it's so easy for me to use. So I'm going to, what I do is I grab a little, I kind of swirl it around, and then I start with my liner. Okay, I've added liner to both eyes. Now comes the fun part, the wing. I've never done this on camera, so I've gotten pretty good at it off of camera, but pressure's on. All right. So I will show you what I do to wing my liner with one eye, and then I will fast forward through the other. So what I do is after I do my liner, I grab some paper towel, toilet paper, whatever. I put it between. So I grab like my toilet paper and my brush. I stick the brush in and I close the paper over it, and I kind of slide the excess off that I used for my lid. That kind of smushes the bristles together. It's hard to describe. They're not loose. So because it smushes the bristles together, I feel like it gives me such an easy way to do my wing, because I can just do the line and connect it and done. So if it weren't for that, it would be that much harder. So what I do is I create my line of one line. What I do is about 3/4 up that line, I do pretty much what everybody does. Grab it, connect it, bring a triangle back down, and that way it leaves a little bit of the line sticking up, so it's like your perfect wing, I guess. I cannot say that one of my wings has ever been perfect, so no worries if you can't get it. I mean, a lot of us have been doing it for a long time, and still, you know, it doesn't come that easy, so. Okay, so there it is. That's my wing. Okay, let's go ahead and move on. So I'm just going to put the tiniest bit of mascara, because in a little while I'm going to come back and put false lashes. I used to use only drugstore mascaras, not only because of the price, but because they worked better. And I thought, why am I going to go pay 3, 4, 5 times the price for a mascara at Sephora or Ulta when this one works better and I'm paying less? Well, I don't know if they changed their formula. It used to be the Maybelline, I think it was the Great Lash, the one with the little pink bristle. And I wear contact lenses, and so it just, the past few months, it had gotten to where it was just flaking left and right, and it was getting in my eyes. And at work, you know, I mean, you're in business meetings and it's just not really attractive to be like, you know, sorry, I have something in my contact lens. So I've had to switch back to the high-end mascaras. But it's all good, as long as something works, right? It is what it is. I'm going to prime with the Becca Backlight priming filter. Just put a little bit. I use probably a little more than a little bit, but that's what I use there. I kind of tap it between my fingers, and then what I do is I just dot it across my face, because if not, then I feel like I get like an uneven distribution. I'll, you know, blend it into one side, and then the forehead doesn't get as much or whatever. So rub it in. Okay. Gently, you know, circular motions, patting with never pulling down your skin. So that takes care of that. I today am going to use the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. All right, I'm going to take a brush, blend this in real quick. This is the IT Cosmetics. It's a foundation brush. It's the brush that came out for Breast Cancer Awareness Month last year. It's like in the shape of a heart. I don't know. It's kind of a, it's not a perfect heart, but just blend that in. I tend to go pretty rigorous when I blend. I feel like my whole body shakes or moves because I'm like really putting in the work to get it blended in, not have any lines or anything like that. I'm using the Urban Decay Naked Skin, nothing you haven't seen before. Put a little bit of that. And then I'm using the Sigma, it's like the 3D, it's the 3D Kabuki, and it kind of looks like a, I don't know, it's not a triangle, but it's got like tapered edges. So I use that for now for my concealer. For brows, I'm going to be using the Anastasia brush with the spoolie. I think it's like a 20, I'm sorry, it's a 12. And it's got a real fine angled side. It's the I'm also using the Makeup Forever Aqua Brow in the shade 30. And so for reference, I have dark brown hair. My eyebrows are almost black. I tend to start not at the front because I don't want all the product to be like bam right at the front of my brow. I kind of start at the middle because that helps it blend out a little bit. And then take it to the front once you have a little less product. So, not that the front's going to be bare, but it's going to have a lot less product than what you know, put on the middle. At least that's what works for me. Okay, I take a little bit, just a tiny, tiny bit more because you don't want the tail of your brows to be like gooped with product either. Okay guys, so I have decided I'm not going to do false lashes today. I am running a little late. Real quick, last finishing touches. I am going to use the Hourglass bronzer in Radiant Bronze Light with a large fluffy brush. It's a Sigma large powder F30. I grab a little bit and I start at my forehead. Because my hair's already done, I have it pulled back in a bun. I don't want to like mess with the hairline too much. My hair's already falling out, see? So I take it around my face. Again, it's what works best for you, kind of like, you know, the areas of your face that would likely get bronzed. Moving on. I always do my highlight before I do my blush. So I'm going to use the Makeup Forever Pro Sculpting Duo. This is in number 1, I think. It's the bronze color, or the Goldie bronze color. I'm going to use the Anastasia highlighting brush. This is A23. It's the brush that used to be only available at Macy's. Now you can get it at Sephora. I highlight the upper, you know, my cheekbones. And then what I do, I take it up into my temple. Take it up here, and then, you know, I blend it just a little bit just so that when I get out into the light, it's not like, oh my gosh. A little bit down my nose, and then a little extra here at the tip of my nose. I'm going light on the blush only because the eyes are the focal point, and I don't want to look like, you know, with hot pink blush or anything. So Cream Soda is the color. It was from the Archie's Girls collection. I'm going to use one of the, actually the only Urban Decay gloss I own. It's in the shade Liar. It's a little bit of a darker nude, kind of a brown nude. Okay, I always go on the, so I run my finger on the inside of my lips because if not, it gets on my teeth. It's kind of like doing the, you know, when you're on paper, paper towel, toilet paper. Anyways, so yeah, that is the finished look. So it's easy, it's quick. Lashes for me take a little bit longer. I don't have the time. I'm very, very sorry. So I hope you enjoyed this look, and if you would like more tutorials, if you have suggestions on what I could do better, if you have suggestions on what you'd like to see, feel free to let me know. I welcome any and all comments and feedback. Thanks for stopping by on my second video, which was a tutorial. I am going to leave you with today's verse of the day. Psalm 139:14, which says, I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful. I know that full well. I hope that encourages you, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.